All right, everyone, MLB 24's hype train has started. For those who don't know, the cover reveal was today, and SDS had a very nice mini documentary based in the Dominican Republic. David Ortiz was with Ramon Russell and Eladio. For those who don't know, is a Puerto Rican rapper. They were all going on a trip in the Dominican Republic. They called it the ride to the reveal. And on the way, they picked up Vladdy Jr. Overall, I kind of enjoyed like the different style that they went with, instead of just having someone in the studio taking photos and stuff like that, getting the shoot ready and everything. I'm Dominican myself, and it's really cool to be able to see like the the Dominican Republic get highlighted. And they really kind of tapped into obviously the connection that the Dominican Republic has with the game of baseball. But yeah, with that, Vladdy's gonna be on the cover. And looking at the cover, I know a lot of people, because I watched it live, a lot of people were upset in the chat on the Twitch stream, but I'm not mad at it. You see the maple leaf, you see the Dominican flag on there, and obviously using a great combination of colors with the red, yellow, and blue. So I do like how they tried to be a lot more ambitious with the covers year to year, and I think this cover looks a lot more like visually appealing, at least to me, compared to last year's cover, Jazz. I know a lot of people will be upset that it should have been Julio Rodriguez, it should have been Ronald Acuna Jr., it should have been, like, I personally thought it was going to be Jose Ramirez. But for those of you who don't know, you got to look at it from SDS's point of view in terms of marketability. How could we go about selling as many copies and getting as many pre-orders as possible with this cover athlete? While me personally doesn't sway my decision in who's going to be on the cover, whether or not I'm going to buy the game, it doesn't change my decision. I'm going to more than likely buy the game every single year. Now that I got an Xbox, I really don't have to pay a whole lot more than just getting the deluxe version. Having Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the cover, it's reaching the Latino community, as well as it's reaching the market in Canada a lot more as well. Vlad is the star player for the Toronto Blue Jays along with Bo Bichette, and also Vladdy's one of the young up-and-coming players out of the Dominican Republic. Being able to highlight some of the bigger markets that you can reach, especially with using something like Vlad, I'm not mad at them with the decision. In fact, I applaud them for it, because I think it's a really good marketing strategy. You just read down his accomplishments already. He's only going to be in his age 25-year-old season. You look at Vladdy's accomplishments. He's a superstar of the game. He's already won a Silver Slugger. He's won a Gold Glove. He was second in MVP voting back in 2021 behind Shohei Ohtani. Home Run Derby champion, All-Star Game MVP, 3-time All-Star. Like he already has a good resume. So you have to look at big picture when it comes to who they wanted to go with in terms of a cover athlete this year. Even last year, they went with Jazz, even though he wasn't one of the biggest names out there in baseball. He was an up-and-coming player, and he was a budding superstar, and to the eyes of many, with that superstar level potential, and he was one of like the larger-than-life characters in the game. Of course, Vladdy, they wanted to expand on the demographic and reach a lot more people in order to get more pre-orders and get more people, get more eyes onto MLB The Show 24. Something I will be concerned about is the schedule. Pretty much they gave us a roadmap, a little bit of what we can expect leading all the way up to the game's release. The game's releasing on March 19th. I think it's a little bit earlier, or at least when I initially saw the date, I believe it's a little bit earlier. There's times that we had to wait until like the first week of April. On top of learning the cover athlete, and on top of learning when the game's getting released, we also learned that on February the 6th, the collector's edition, or the digital deluxe edition cover, is going to be revealed. And my personal belief is going to be Big Papi David Ortiz. David played a big part in the documentary revealing MLB 24's cover athlete. I think it's pretty fitting. It makes a lot of sense for David to be the legend that they decided to go with for the deluxe edition of the game. Me as a Red Sox fan, I would absolutely love that. So I have the schedule that they posted on the live stream on screen. Make sure you go to vendettasportsmedia.com to check out the schedule in full, to be able to take a look at it for as long as you want. But they have feature premieres on February 15th, the 22nd, March 7th, and the 14th of March as well, just before the game's launch. They usually leave Diamond Dynasty for the last feature premiere and kind of show all the collections and what's new to the mode and everything. I'd say one of the first few feature premieres is usually a gameplay change. I would say Diamond Dynasty is going to be revealed on March 14th. Just how they went about it, they know Diamond Dynasty, that's their golden goose, so they're going to probably push back as much as they can before the game's launched, before they start revealing any of that good stuff. But regardless of the fact, they seem to have planned it out pretty well in terms of kind of giving us like new bits of news and updates to the game from week to week all the way up until the game's launch. I will say stay tuned to Vendetta Sports Media, all the updates and improvements, all the feature premieres and whatnot here on the YouTube channel, as well as vendettasportsmedia.com. But yeah, there you have it. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to be MLB 24's cover athlete. The game's going to be released on March 19th, and we're going to have feature premieres leading all the way up until the game's release, starting with the collector's edition reveal on February 6th. So that is it for me. You guys sound off in the comments whether you like the idea of Vlad Jr. gracing the cover. Who do you think is going to be on the collector's edition of the cover? And make sure you support Vendetta Sports Media here on YouTube, and check us out on vendettasportsmedia.com to stay up to date with all your favorite sports. I personally think it's an absolute win. Regardless of my feelings, I think I have high hopes for the game, so hopefully this is just the beginning of what could be a really, really good year for MLB 24. Can't get worse than MLB 23, right?